Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this one is another discussion video, and this is the first video that I ever made to discuss about a group. And the first group that I picked, of course, none other than EXO itself. I feels like I get to know them more and I react to their songs, their dance, their live performance and talent enough for me to discuss about this video. This is just for a group video, not for the individual member. That's for another discussion video. Also, I start a discussion video the first time where the title is why I create this channel, and that one follows a script and it feels awkward. It's not my type of a thing to talk following a script. So this one I'm back to normal, which I'm gonna talk on whatever it is on my mind. So let's talk about EXO. I've divided this discussion into several parts to discuss about the group itself. So let me say what it is in my mind and what I thought, what I think about EXO. So as a whole group, I could say that EXO is a strong group. I could say that they unbeatable. It's really hard to beat them unless they back down itself. So what I meant here, if they still didn't back down, they still going strong as they are maybe until the monster era. I don't know when were they going on hiatus, but until that era, if they still going strong, it's very hard to beat them. I don't think anyone could beat them. You could say that EXO kinda a legend now because you guys told me that they are the first group on the third generation. And I know how legendary the second generation K-pop groups are. It's very hard to survive if you need to be compared to them. But for the generation after that onwards, EXO kinda a legend. They keep K-pop to be ongoing. It's like they put a trust from people for K-pop again. One is the thing that I could describe for EXO other than they are the legend and a strong group is how they complete each other. Every group has flaw. There's a flaw that could be seen and you cannot cover it. But EXO managed to do that. You cannot see any flaws in this group. That's what I meant by they complete each other. Because each of them has that kind of strength that could cover the weakness of others. The members make EXO complete, and they always loyal to this group. What I meant is, even though they success on their career as a solo, either for acting, singing or anything as a soloist, they still bring the name of EXO. It's like they very proud where they born. I was born in EXO, and this is where I belong. This is what makes me who I am today. That's what I meant by loyal. Their talent. What could I say about their talent? It's a talented group. It's easy to say that they have everything. EXO is everything. They have a lot of things. They have what they want. As a whole group, I mean. So EXO is complete. That's what describes them. Other than strong and legend, EXO is complete. They're multi-talented. They can survive in anything. I keep mentioning about how they can be great in a group and then how they can stand as a solo. I keep mentioning, I think several times on their live video, they can stand as a solo artist and still be successful. Because most of people, when they become a solo member, they're not as successful as they are in their group. But for this group, they can be successful as a soloist and most successful as EXO members. Their vocals is unbeatable. You guys told me that there are the vocal kings, and that's the truth. I never heard any vocals like them, like those three peoples, Do, Chen and Baekhyun. I mean the others can sing too, and then Suho. he can be successful as a main vocal at other group. And then the rap. Their rap is not that typical great rapper, but there's an entrance of their rap. Chanyeol always make that entrance. And then the dance. I feels like I never seen anyone. I'm not sure if because I've just seen a few groups. So I don't think anyone can beat Kai in dance. Every other people can dance, but not as the kind of dance that Kai always do. This person gets a dance into a different level. Their music is always ahead of a time. I keep telling you that. You know how music always follow a trend? Well, for EXO, their music always set up a trend. I love the variation of music they produce. They didn't stick to one kind of music. If you listen to other group, they always stick to one kind of music. The music that people loves more, but not for EXO. They always come up with a variation. They always come up with a different types of music, and I really love that. It's like you don't need to listen to other group to explore a different kind of music. You just need to listen to EXO and you get all types of music. But most of the trend and the variation of their music, what I love the most is EXO still manage to keep the pure K-pop in the music, the pure Korean, the pure types of music that describe a K-pop. Because a lot of K-pop groups nowadays kinda jump into American types of music, but EXO managed to come up with a new types of music but still pure Korean. I really respect that. For their music video, the visual itself already completed. I feels like even that music video is just them sitting there and the camera just zooming into their face. That's already enough. But they still gave a different kind of music video for us. What I love about their music video is how they have a story that you can come up with a theory, if you know what I mean. It's like they always give these kind of things in the music video that you can conclude as a story, because they have that storyline going on, but it's still great. They didn't just get into the music video and singing and just dancing. They really did give you a variation for a live performance and a music video itself. For their dance, I told you guys that they're not very synchronized in dancing because there's some of them already masters in dance and some of them still trying to climb that up. But aside from that, they understand each other's strength. I feels like because Kai always ahead of them for dance, but he managed to understand the strength of each member for him to be synchronized to them. So they make the dance beautiful instead of a hardcore dance, because when it comes to dance, people always thought that they need a hard choreography, a unique and intense move. But for EXO, they need the beautiful, the gist of beautifulness in a dance for them to show, and it's really lovely. For their live performance, what can I say? They the king. They are the king of live performance. They're so confident with their singing skill, with their live performance skills. They have no fear for any flaws. They always give something that you need to experience. I always told you guys that their live performance always take you into a different world, and it did. There's no auto-tunes in their voice. Sometimes you can still hear their backup track, but it's very little because their microphone, their singing skill is very loud. So it's really beautiful. They're really the king of live performance. For their visual, I keep telling you guys that there is no single person in EXO that are not good looking. They all very good looking. They're all handsome. They're all cute. It's like sometimes you can say that they can be cute and then they can be handsome at the same time. The most thing I love about EXO visual is how masculine they are, how much of a man they are. That's what I love. And they're not put too much makeup that could ruin their original face. That's what I love about EXO visual. Do I think they deserve their place now? To be honest, I really love to see them successful internationally, like to be promoted officially, to be promoted properly. But we know that's not happening. But aside from that, they still manage to be known internationally, even though they didn't do any promotion to that, but they managed to do it. But even though they not the number one male K-pop group right now, but people still know that they are the king. You know what I mean? King is something that you remember, not where they are now, but you need to remember them. They're unforgettable. But I feels like Korean's representative is still EXO though, I'm not sure. So where I think they should be, well, they the representative of K-pop. No one can change that. I don't think anyone can change that. It's just that why I want them to be promoted properly internationally is because I feels like if they did that, the whole world would shaken up by how talented they are. Because if it's come to international artists, a global artist like that, no one seems can beat EXO. So I think they should be promoted properly. I really want them to be shaking up the world. I think EXO-L is the most loyal fans I've ever met. You guys told me how EXO kinda not active. Usually people, when their favorite group is not active, they move, they jump into a different group to like other group that active, that give them everything every day. But EXO-L stay loyal to EXO. It's very impressive. It's like in their heart there's EXO-L forever. So you guys stay with them. The connection is too strong. One more thing is how mature EXO-Ls are. They're not furious by being attacked because they know it's like, why should I fight people? Because I'm in the fandom of a king. Why should I growling into a dog? Something like that. Because you guys show the maturity side of you. You guys accept any opinion. Usually people won't do that. They would never accept anything, any bad comments for their team. But when I point that out and you guys like that, it's really impressive. You guys are so mature, and I'm not sure why, but I feels like you guys learn a lot from your idols. Of course, it's EXO. Maybe you guys learn a lot from them. One of the main reason why I was drawn into EXO is EXO-L. The way you guys led me to them, it's like you guys open a door for me to get to know EXO. You guys were there and you guys guide me, you guys support me, you guys tell me whatever that I need to know. So it's basically you guys are the one that led me to EXO. The connection and friends. EXO is the kind of people that easy to spread their circle. I feels like they have a lot of friends, and I feels like a lot of people wants to be close with them. They're easily making friends, and even though they being called a king, they still stay humble. It's like they don't need to wait someone approach them first. They approach people first, even though that they are way more popular than that person. And one thing I feels like many people must be look up to them. There's maybe a lot of people that make them as their idol. because I'm reacting to SF9, a group called SF9. It's a very underrated group, but the idol, the one that they look up to, is EXO. So I feels like it's not just them. There's more people that idolize EXO. Their trademark. Well, the trademark for EXO is EXO itself. I don't think there's any other trademark. They're multi-talented. I feels like there's nothing can replace what they have. Their songs, most of their songs become an anthem. You guys told me about Growl, and then I feels like there's more other songs that become an anthem in Korea. Not just in Korea, maybe around the world, that become their representative. And it's the pure Korean song. Maybe if it needs to be once, then it might be their slogan, "We are one," and Sarang Haja, let's love, isn't it? I think that's most of their trademark. Their personality. Even though that's a lot of members, but they still have a very different personality. I keep pointing it out. You know, the way they dress, the way they sing, the way they talk, it's like they're so different. They're so different, but well, they managed to become one. So it's actually good for my ranking session later, and I will discuss about their personality individually on their individual discussion, not in this discussion. The achievements. Well, for me, even though they're not the international group, they're not being promoted internationally, they're still known. It's like even though they didn't promote in any other Western countries, they still know EXO. You see how impressive is that? They don't need to promote to make themselves known. I feels like that's a big achievement. And I keep telling you guys that they're very successful. Even as a solo, they can be successful. And since I react to their guide, I know that they have some solo career, and I know that it's very successful. Why did they have a lot of fans? They're so unique and special. It's like there's something in EXO that you can't find on other idols. They're unique in their own way. But I think mostly why they have so many fans, it's because the love they have for their fans. I think that's the most reason. It's something that you cannot reject. You can feel it. Well, the main reason is because of the jealousy. I feels like it's because the title legend and king that cannot be taken away from them. So other fandom kinda hate that because they want their idols to take that crown, but it's really hard, and the talent they have is unbeatable. So people feels jealous because even though they're not the top idol right now, the top K-pop idols right now, but their talent is above everything. So I feels like that's why they have a lot of haters. I feels like they just want their fans keeps loving them, just to stay in the journey with them, because they already said they don't care about the ranking. And I feel touched because of that. I don't think there's idols out there gonna be saying that, because everyone fighting for the top. It's because they're passion for what they're doing right now. They have passion for music, they have passion for EXO, and they just have enough. So that's why I think the most important things is because EXO already achieved what actually they want. They already get to that point, but since other fandoms keep throwing hate at them, so maybe EXO-L, the fans, get kinda mad about that. But for EXO, let's just stay like this. I think that's what they want. They just want to keep doing what they were doing. They don't need to do like a lot of things just to beat other group because they already did it without knowing. So I feels like that's what they want. They just want EXO-L keeps loving them, stay with them in this journey, and just be EXO. That's all. So am I EXO-L? I feels like you guys can tell this. Am I? Well, yeah, I am EXO-L. Baby EXO-L actually, because I don't know them as much as you guys do, and there's a lot of things that I need to learn about them. So yes, I'm EXO-L. Baby EXO-L. So I think that's all that I can say about EXO. It's sad because it's been 10 years. I've just become their fans for what, a few months now? I mean, following their journey, but I'm still proud. I'm still proud to be a part of this fandom. So that's all. I just hope EXO-L keeps supporting me. I still need to learn a lot about them, so I need your help for that. So don't forget to follow my Instagram and please like the video and subscribe. Until next time.